Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Look, you're down south. So she's saying y'all because she's down south. Look, she's at my house, y'all. Welcome to episode 190 of Consignment Chats, where today we are going to talk about community, reseller community.
Do we have those?
Do we need them?
Oh, we need them. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are just coming off of a weekend of a reseller retreat, and we realize even more so the value, and we say this every time we go to a conference, all of this. So we want to break it down for y'all, and we want to share some comments made by those who joined us, a few of those that joined us on our retreat, what it meant to them, how it made them feel, all that good stuff. Because our real goal in episode 190 is to make sure that you find your group of people in the reselling community. It might not be us, and that's okay. I mean,
Yes, whatever.
we don't really understand that.
I don't get it.
I don't get
I
it.
guess we're not a fit for everybody, you know.
We're not for everybody. So, yeah, we're just not. But if it's not us, we're sorry. But find somebody, because the value in it is irreplaceable.
Yes. And I mean, we, like she said, we say that after every little networking session that we have, when we go do conferences or even the online stuff, like online eBay opens and things. We love it. We love the networking. We love interacting with people that do the same thing we do. But man, when you find like your people, like that group of, maybe they're the same niche as you, or they're in the same area as you, like whatever it is, maybe they're just as crazy as you.
None of the above. We just got together with people that are nowhere near us in all different niches.
Yes.
But wait a minute, we are crazy. So I guess that's our
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
We came together because we're all crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
I'd say what kind of crazy, but I can't because I'm on YouTube, so I got to keep it clean. Yeah, all kinds of crazy. Yeah. Good crazy. But let's talk first. We're going to break down like some of the reasons we think it's important, but tell me a couple of the highlights as to why we decided we needed this episode. Like, I know I have an image in my head right now, and you just made a comment on this in one of our text groups. Connecting Joe of I'd Flip That with Pam of Whimsy and Such.
Yes.
Like, who knew? Talk about that.
Oh my gosh, yes. So those in our community, specifically our Patreon, know how fantastic Pam is and the knowledge that she has with her niche, doing the cullet, the glass pieces, all that. So this was the first time that we got to meet Pam in person. Finally got to hug her.
Right. Squeeze.
Let's talk about that aspect. Like when you finally just get to say, oh my gosh, good to meet ya. And so she brought us gifts because she's the sweetest, and she brought us some glass pieces.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had some here to show, and I didn't bring it up for show and tell.
They're downstairs so we can look at them down there all the time.
Yeah.
So she literally brought a bucket and then curated bags that she had done for certain people. And as she was passing out said gifts, of course, we wait till it's dark out, and Joe is just immersed in the cullet life. And now ask if everything glows, like everything. He's just like, oh, that's a cool antique book. Does it glow? Like,
so it totally reminds me of Libby when she got her new flashlight.
Yes.
Right? And she just so happened to get it right before we went to go visit Diane, our sweet Diane in Boston, reseller. And we go to Diane's, and she's got all of this family glass, and Libby is walking all through her dining room and living room, shining, telling Diane all about what's what mineral. Like,
I love it. So that is now Joe. Joe is shining the light on everything. Probably some things that he shouldn't be, but he's shining that light on everything. And he just so many questions and so many things. And I love that connection. We just stood there and watched. We watched her teach. We watched him learn and others learn. And we were just like, oh, this is our community.
Yeah.
This is everybody's just sharing the knowledge and the love of reselling. I loved it.
It was so cool. And they're going to be friends forever now, you know, and they're, going to be learning from each other and having great conversations. And it went on to the next day where I had to snap a picture on the party bus of the two of them leaned through the aisle and Pam with her phone and they're head to head, like literally forehead to forehead, looking at more glass. And yeah, it was fun. It was so much fun.
They're so cute. And they wouldn't really have met otherwise. Their paths would not have crossed otherwise, but they were connected through us. And it worked out great.
And this is what happens when you start to form your community. You bring other like-minded people together, and you can do things like this reseller retreat weekend. That it really was just a smaller group of several of us that just enjoyed time together. Whether it was sleeping in, rolling out of bed in your pajamas with your coffee, sit out on the deck and talk and have coffee in the morning, looking at the mountains, watching for bears, going on a bear hunt, to breaking up into separate groups, and some go thrifting, some go hiking. It was just a wonderful weekend.
It was.
Of all kinds of activity, of people doing what made them happy at the moment, and everybody left feeling rejuvenated, refreshed. There may have been some shenanigans planned, and that we'll get to in another episode when Libby can join us. But today we're focusing on community, because we left here loving our community and thought, I don't want to see anybody out in the reselling world, especially if it is your full-time job, because and you're doing it from home by yourself, flailing out there alone. It's not necessary. You need and can easily find a community.
And there's lots of ways to do that. So we did this in-person meetup, and which is fantastic, but you don't have to do the in-person things. You don't have to go on a vacation to the mountains. I mean, I want to do it like every month, but that's not the point. There are tons of online communities, like our Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group, and I know there's tons of other ones. I'm a part of some other ones. There's meetups locally. Some of them are Zoom. Some of them are just at a coffee shop. Like there's so many places where you can go and find those people. Maybe it's the flea market that you do a pop-up at once in a while, or that kind of thing. Get to know the other sellers and meet up with them.
And I was even going to say, y'all, like you're saying with the flea market, when you're out at your local thrift shop, whatever that may be, you know how to spot a reseller. You know what to look for.
Well, yeah, it's that guy that's trying to steal your wristlet off of when you're digging through the bin. That happened yesterday.
That did happen yesterday. Somebody trying to take my wristlet thinking it was a bin item, but it wasn't. It was attached to my wrist.
But the laughter afterwards was the best part.
Weren't we laughing? He's like, great. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
That's real nice. I was wondering why you didn't pick that up, he says.
You just kept tossing stuff over, and I was like, what's going on? But, talking to people, when you're at a yard sale and you see somebody comping items, they're a reseller. Introduce yourself. That's somebody local. Who knows who they know? I've got a local guy here who literally I could walk to his house. Literally. I didn't meet him at a yard sale. I didn't meet him at the bins. I didn't meet him shopping the Goodwill retail store. I didn't meet him at Lowe's grocery store. You want to know where I met him? I met him on our podcast taping show when he's part of
Finders Flippers Resell.
I got to get the words right. Finders Flippers Resell with Wes and Stewart. Should I forget Stewart's name since he forgot one of us?
We still don't know which one.
Wes and that other guy, which that other guy is the one that brought us together because Stewart's a friend of ours.
Yes.
But I met Johnny through that recording, and as we're doing this, we realized, oh my gosh, you live like right over here.
Like 2 turns away, guys.
Like right over here.
Yeah.
So you will meet people in ways that you don't know if you put yourself out there. And that's what we want to encourage you, because when you do it, the support you get is irreplaceable. Just the understanding. Like my husband, your husband, they're understanding the business more now than they did. But a lot of people, like your family, doesn't understand what you do. If you talk to them about a customer issue or a listing issue they're like, I don't get it. Like, why do you even do this? Like, as Libby always says, whenever I bring up a problem, my parents are like, well, just quit and do something else. Like,
yes.
No, love what I do.
It was so different though when we were all sitting in the living room, we're relaxing before, we all go to bed, and it's like, oh, $4 offer, and they're like, oh, what's it priced at? And I'm like, it's already at 50% off. It's at $12. They sent me 4, and everybody goes, oh, like a collective groan. And they talk about how they respond to those messages, and it's great because then you have people that relate, and then you can also get a better idea of, oh, maybe I'm going to use that wording instead. That's a good idea.
Great.
And
great.
Yeah, you can like work through things as well. Things that I didn't even know I needed to work through, but
worked
out great.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So I think that's a bonus. I also think even just knowing people, it's your visibility for your business. Like, they're going to be talking about you. You're going home talking about them. You're going to tell your friends. If anybody for me is an artist who loves to make jewelry and stuff, I am going to send them to Whimsy and such to buy Pam's cullet. Like, I'm just going to. Had Pam not joined our community, I would have never even known what cullet was. But because she did and educated us, now guess who's going to get that business promotion?
Yep.
Pam is, right?
Yep.
That's the kind of thing. Guess who's, when I'm out shopping and find a big head character costume.
But does it glow?
I am immediately going to take a picture and send it to Joe and say, do you need this for your reseller showdown? I will buy it here and we can ship it to you. Like, that's all part of that community of growing each other's business, supporting each other in those ways. It helps get your business out there. That's not why you do it, but that is one of the perks of finding a community, right? I mean, collaboration, partnerships, things you do to help each other. I'm looking at even our video that we're about to put out, and even the stuff that I'm going to be sharing here in a few minutes. We're going to be sharing here in a few minutes. That's all stuff that helps with collaborations and things, because every time you put one of your friends' business, if you have a YouTube or you have social media and you tag them, that's bringing their people into your world to know about you, and vice versa. You're teaching your people about them. And that's growing. That's growing both of your businesses. That's a great partnership that isn't even discussed. It's just part of that community and that friendship that you're making.
Our social media exploded this weekend. Everybody's tagging each other back and forth and stories everywhere and things. I couldn't even keep track.
Right.
And then the other thing, so when we're all together like that, so I sell everything, but at the same time, like, I don't really shop for clothing, and I get enough stuff on consignment that I don't really do a lot of shopping for the items. But man, when you're with Pam Arnold, how do you not look for clothing?
Holy moly,
watching her, it was an Olympic sport, guys.
If you're an avid listener, if you're not, you better stop right now, subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff.
All the buttons.
And then go back and watch episodes. If you are one of our Forever Sea Chatters, you know I am the sourcing queen. I'm going to come up with a sourcing queen song.
My husband knows them as Libby, the consignment person, and Molly, the shopping person. That's how he keeps them straight.
I love that. So, that's my jam. And I thought I was the end all be all, right? I mean, I sit high on my Shaquille O'Neal chair here. Yep. That's me. I'm the sorcerer. Girl, I don't hold a torch to Pam Arnold.
Oh my God. We'd walk into a garage sale and I'm like, man, there's not much here. I'm going to go to the McDonald's across the street. I got to use the restroom, like, whatever. And I totally dismissed it. I come back across the parking lot. She's got like 4 bags. I'm like, what did you find? They didn't even have 4 bags of stuff on these tables. Like, what? And great items. Like,
this is all I can say. I bow down to you, Pam Arnold, of Restated Threads. Y'all find her store, follow her store on eBay, because if you're looking for anything, she's the girl that's going to wind up finding it. I mean, I was actually speechless at times. Me.
Shocked.
Yeah. The fun and the things you learn from each other, and the fun little things that come out of it, as you were saying, problem solving, getting an offer while you're sitting at a table, people helping you with words, and you get a lot of good sound advice for your business. You help others with advice that you have to give from your experience. It's not all going to be stuff that fits your business model, but you still have fun learning and sharing. Oh, well, this is what I do. Well, this is what I do. And it's just a wealth of information.
Absolutely.
That even if you don't use it or it doesn't work for your business model, it's still very inspiring to hear what they do.
And that's what I was going to say. The inspiration and the motivation is just wow. Even if it has nothing to do with Cullet, I'm sure Pam was still sitting there thinking, holy moly, look at these people and look at this. And it's just so, we're still riding on the high of all that motivation and inspiration.
Yeah.
So surround yourself when you find your community, make sure it is positive, inspirational. Like you want a collective groan when that $4 offer comes in. You want people that understand you. However, there's so many things out there that are negative already. And there's people that just suck the fun right out of it. We don't want that in communities.
You find the positive people.
Yes. You want to be inspired.
And if you are a negative Nelly, and you know deep down if you are, no, don't shush them. Oh. Wait a minute. No.
Okay.
Hold on. She is really a hold you accountable kind of girl. So, but if you are that person, you need to really look hard for that positive community and listen. Maybe not talk in the beginning and maybe just take it in and realize the effect of that positivity could really, really help you grow and change your life.
Yeah. But look at our good friend Jill. She said she's first to admit she used to be a negative Nancy. Mm-hmm. She used to, sorry, all the Nancy's out there. I don't know why I say that. She used to say
Nelly. It's a little less popular.
Common. Yeah.
Negative Nelly.
She used to find the negative in everything. And then she changed her mindset. And like you said, closed her mouth a little bit, surrounded herself with positivity and positive people. And she's our little sunshine. We just love her.
She is. She's so motivational and uplifting and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and here's the funny thing on the motivation kick. If you know us, you know that we love to do our free kind of competitive little games of like list-a-paloozas and 10% challenges. And we always love to do challenges in our community to positively help boost your business and help each other, motivate each other to grow. And it's all fun. Well, y'all, when we were out on our thrift day, I come in, get on the bus, and I have one of our sea chatters, Pam, walks by and says, you need to get that listed.
Yes.
You need to get that listed now. Oh, no, we were in the coffee shop.
We were in the coffee shop, the first one. Yes.
And I have my item I bought, and she goes, well, you need to list that right now. I'm challenging you to list that right now. And by the time the bus started rolling, it was listed active on eBay, ready to roll.
Yeah.
And I would have never done it. I would have gotten on the bus, thrown it up with all the other stuff, stuck it on the shelf, and I'd still be looking at it today to list. But because she put that challenge in me walking by, I got it listed right then and there. Thank you, Photo Room, for making that easy.
Right.
No matter what my lighting or backdrop was, I was able to list it right then and there.
Yeah. And then 2 stops later, we get on the bus, and you're listing more things.
Because Pam, she didn't say it that time, but she just started it going in my head.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then Pam challenged herself like it was a reciprocated challenge, because then she said, I'm going to have X, Y, and Z listed by the end of tonight. And not something she could have listed on the bus. I don't even think she had those with her.
Right.
But yes, oh gosh, that was great.
So much fun. So much fun. So I am going to we are going to end this episode by sharing with you quotes from some of the other resellers that were on our journey with us. So or maybe we should read them. I was going to say if you're on, let's read them.
Okay.
Let's read them.
Let's read
because that way podcasters can hear too.
Oh, yes.
Because otherwise they wouldn't. Okay, we have Stewart from Franklin Hills Ventures.
We finished that. Okay. And Finders Flippers Resell.
Yes. Hanging out with a small group of resellers in such a casual and relaxed environment allows for getting to know everyone on a much more personal level than would otherwise be possible in a larger group setting. I loved making new friends and getting to know old friends better.
Yes.
That was Stewart. Okay. Vanessa from Brightest Holidays says, it's uplifting and reassuring to meet up with people that understand you and accept you for who you are.
Also, go like and subscribe to her new channel, The Diabetic Reseller.
Yes, yes, good call. Joe from I'd Flip That says, cullet glass. Of course, those are the first two words because he's obsessed with it now. Yellowstone highball glass, drop-in baby bottles. Had no idea about these items and so happy to know about them now. Joe. So he got a lot of good bolos that he learned about that he otherwise would not have known about. Our Pam Henry from Whimsy and Such. Meeting in person with my Consignment Chats tribe was the icing on the cake of the fantastic virtual influence they have had on my business. Oh,
I love her. I'm so glad I got an extra night with her and Vanessa. Ooh, I'm so glad I left early.
Love that.
Yes.
I love that. All right, and then we have Cheryl of Yaya Rambles down in Tampa who says, getting together with like-minded people helps refresh your soul. We learn from each other, get support, strengthen your why. Oh, and it's fun. Now, if those things don't motivate you to find your people, reach out. We can, if we're not your people, maybe we can direct you to some people we think might be a fit for you, but just do yourself a favor. Don't stay isolated in your business. You'll realize just how wonderful it is.
Yeah.
That's our advice for this week. Until next time.
Cheers! We get to clink, clink.
Oh my gosh, that didn't even clink. Clink, cardboard. Clink.
Thank you for joining Libby, Molly, and Samantha, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we build a resourceful community of collaborative resellers. This podcast is sponsored by ListPerfectly. To join our free private communities on Facebook and Patreon, and for all things Consignment Chats, visit us at consignmentchats.com.